Canadian Arctic, the last great wilderness of North America, and maybe even our planet.
Cory Trepanier's love affair with the Arctic is on full display in his art, and his new film chronicles his latest project. Coming up, Cory joins us in studio with a sneak peek at some of the 50 pieces he's been painting.
Incredible scenes there. Good morning. Bev is off today. Also,
when we come back, Arctic art. How one Canadian artist is capturing the beauty and majesty of the North by going where few have gone before.
into the Arctic and onto the canvas.
In 2006, I began my quest to paint Canada's Arctic. 50 paintings from some of the most wild corners of this land. It was intimidating.
Oh, there she goes.
But thrilling.
It is an ambitious project aimed at capturing the beauty of some of the most remote and breathtaking parts of the great Canadian North. Artist Cory Trepanier traveled and explored the Arctic in a bid to develop a body of 50 oil paintings, many of them featuring places few have ever seen. We're pleased to have Cory in studio this morning with an exclusive look at your paint. This is unbelievable, the work that you're doing. 50, how far along are you?
About the 2/3 of the way mark so far. It's a big project. I discovered that as I started going north, it's a big place, so it takes a lot of time to do.
And what we just saw, that's part of the film that you made, right?
Yeah, I've made 2 films actually from the Arctic so far, but the most recent one, Into the Arctic 2, took me all across the Eastern Arctic and the High Arctic. For about 3 months, I explored a dozen places up in the north that were just spectacular.
Okay, so you're working on all of these paintings right now. What is this one right here? Which painting is that?
Well, this, for example, is near the top of Canada. It's on Ellesmere Island. It's Henrietta Naismith Glacier. It's a spectacular location. It's about 3 or 4 kilometers wide, and it's one of the studies that I'm working on a larger version of it back in the studio, because it's kind of hard to fit something that big into 16 inches. So,
what made you decide to start this? Why tackle this kind of project?
Well, you know, it's always been my passion to paint the Canadian landscape. And so for years, I've gone to the eastern part of Canada, the western part, a lot in Ontario, Georgian Bay, Lake Superior. Did a project up there, did about 30 paintings from Lake Superior and Georgian Bay. And after that, sat back and said, you know, if I'm really going to paint the Canadian wilderness, I'm going to have to go north. And decided before I'm too old to do it, and while I'm young enough and foolish enough, I'd tackle the project. And so
remote, dangerous?
The remote, dangerous is, yeah, there's certainly some challenges to it that you got to be careful about.
Okay, this you wanted to highlight these paintings here. This is a study from one of your bigger pieces.
Well, yeah, what happens is in the field I start my paintings on location. I get as far as I can on them. So these 3 pieces over here are studies from one end of the Arctic to the other. The centerpiece is about as far east that you can get to in the Eastern Arctic, up on the coast of Baffin Island. This piece on the right, Ivavik, is in Ivavik National Park, and it's at the very northwest corner of Canada, where Canada meets the U.S. border, meets the ocean. And then the far one over there is from Tanqueray Fjord, and it's just such an incredible array up there. So I start these out there, and then, of course, like I say, I'm working on some larger versions from some of these pieces that are in the studio now.
Do you spend some of your time, when you were up there, do you spend some of your time just looking in awe, or is it all painting?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's painting, it's filmmaking, it's all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I do make a point, as busy as it is, to just lay down every once in a while and just look up, because you've got to appreciate it. And if you don't get it inside you and don't experience the joy of being there, then, you know, I don't think I can produce any work that really matters.
Now speaking of awe, I mean, this piece here, tell me a little bit about this. This is...
well, this is a great glacier. I brought it down from my barn studio. It's going to be the centerpiece of the collection. So it's in progress now. I've got several months to go on it before it's finished. And I wanted a piece that could really, hopefully, when it's done, give somebody a sense of being there. And so it's 15 feet wide by 5.5 feet. And, you know, I couldn't go much bigger. I was running out of space in the studio, so I had to call it a maximum size at some point. It might be one of the single largest paintings, landscape paintings done from the north. It's mile-high walls and kilometer-wide glaciers.
I look at this and I keep thinking, you know, there's got to be a collector out there who's after this.
Well, there's a number of people who have been collecting my work over the years and making this possible. And so that's been wonderful, and I just keep working at it. And I hope that my Into the Arctic 2 film, which I've been touring as well, we just took it to Ottawa. It was the 7th city that we brought the film to show people on the big screen. I hope that'll connect people with Canadians in a way that maybe they haven't seen the Arctic before.
Incredible work, Cory. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We'll be right back after this. That is.
Cory Trepanier's art
That was breathtaking
is
stuff.
stunning. The pieces are absolutely incredible. What a talent.
It's Canada, my friends. That's what we've got, you know.
And he spent a lot of time up there.
Yeah.
He's hoping that the big one maybe hangs in Parliament Hill.
This is it here.
Something like that. It's just amazing artwork. And he's not finished yet.
No. Well, you know what? I've been lucky enough to be up there 5 or 6 times, and the canvas up there is unlimited.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much about this country Canadians don't know about, and it's there. And the breathtaking scenery, he's captured it
It's
spectacularly.
a wonderful showcase for the beauty of this country. Cory Trepanier.
He's doing 50 of these. 50 paintings.
Wow.
I can't wait to see the rest. Gorgeous stuff. Have a great day, Canada.